How would it feel to wake up one day and realize you can't get out of your chair without struggling? Or climb the stairs without holding onto the railing for dear life? What if something as simple as carrying groceries or stepping off a curb suddenly became dangerous? This isn't a bad dream. This is what happens, quietly and slowly, when your muscles start wasting away. And most people don't even notice it, until it's already stolen their strength. It's called sarcopenia, and it's one of the most frightening, silent health threats to seniors today. And here's the part nobody tells you. It doesn't start at 70. It doesn't even start at retirement. It starts as early as your 30s. And if nothing changes, you could lose up to 50% of your muscle mass by age 80. That's half your strength, gone. Half your ability to move freely, to stay independent, to live without help, slowly slipping away with every year. And the scariest part? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't give you a warning sign. It just happens, until one day, you fall. You can't lift yourself up. You can't get around like you used to. Pause, softer but serious tone. But listen to me closely, because this next part could change everything. It's not just aging. It's not just getting old. It's what you're not eating. Yes, food. The right kind of food. Because without a specific kind of nutrient, your body can't build or maintain muscle, no matter how active you are. And most seniors aren't getting anywhere near enough of it. Tone shifts to hopeful and curious. But what if I told you, there are people in their 70s and 80s who are stronger than they were at 40? Not because they took a magic pill or spent hours lifting weights. But because they added one overlooked, incredibly powerful food to their daily routine. A food that's packed with the exact nutrients your aging muscles desperately need. A food so simple, so effective, that it's been called the muscle-preserving miracle, and yet, almost no one talks about it. And here's the craziest part. Over 90% of seniors have never heard about this from their doctor. Why? Because most of the advice out there is outdated, designed for 25-year-olds, not for you. But new research from trusted institutions like the National Institute on Aging is revealing a game-changer. Older adults don't need less of this nutrient, they actually need more. And when you start getting it from the right source, the changes you feel, they can be life-changing. In just a moment, I'm going to tell you exactly what this food is, how it works, and how it can help you reclaim your strength, your balance, and your independence, starting today. So let's get into the truth, the real solution. If you want to rebuild lost muscle and stop that slow decline, it starts with one thing. Protein. But not just any protein. See, a lot of seniors think, "Oh, I eat chicken sometimes." Or, "I have a little bit of meat here and there." But here's what most people don't realize. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at using the protein you eat. The same portion that kept you strong in your 30s, barely moves the needle in your 70s. That's not your fault. That's biology. Aging muscles require more protein, and it has to be complete. Now, what do I mean by complete? A complete protein contains all 9 essential amino acids, the building blocks your muscles need to grow, repair, and stay strong. Your body can't make these amino acids on its own. You must get them from food. And if even one is missing, your muscle-building engine sputters, like a car trying to drive with no fuel. Now here's the important part. Not all proteins are created equal. Some are incomplete, like most plant-based proteins. Others are harder to digest as you age, like tougher cuts of meat. So what does that leave? It leaves the power of high-quality, easy-to-digest, muscle-preserving foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, and one you probably haven't had in years, sardines. Yes. Sardines. Hold on, don't click away just yet. Because I know what you might be thinking. Sardines? Really? But let me tell you something that might just change your mind. Sardines are one of the most underrated superfoods for seniors. They're not just protein-packed, they're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, calcium, and key nutrients that directly support muscle, bone, and joint health. And get this, sardines provide complete protein in a form that's easy to digest, rich in anti-inflammatory nutrients, and surprisingly affordable. Unlike red meat, sardines don't bog down your digestion. Unlike protein powders, they don't come with weird additives. And unlike some trendy health foods, sardines have stood the test of time. They're simple, clean, real food, and your body knows exactly what to do with them. Just 2 to 3 servings a week, and your muscles start getting what they've been quietly begging for. Not only will you feel stronger, you may start noticing better energy, fewer aches, improved balance, even better sleep. Why? Because when your muscles are properly nourished, everything else gets easier. You move better. You stand taller. You feel more stable, more capable, more you. And this isn't just feel-good talk, it's backed by research. A study out of Harvard Medical School found that seniors who consumed higher amounts of complete protein saw measurable improvements in strength, function, and muscle mass, even without intense exercise. That's how powerful this is. Your diet alone can start reversing the clock on muscle loss. Now, if sardines aren't your thing, that's okay. You can also get complete protein from things like cage-free eggs, organic cottage cheese, or grass-fed Greek yogurt. The key is quality and consistency. A single high-protein meal won't fix decades of decline, but make it part of your daily rhythm, and over time, you'll feel the difference. Others will see it too. Imagine walking more confidently. Getting up from the couch with ease. Lifting your grandkids without hesitation. That's what the right protein can do. And here's what most people get wrong, they think it's all about how much protein they eat. But in reality, it's about eating the right kind, at the right time, in a way your body can actually use. And most seniors, they're falling short, every single day. Not because they don't care, but because no one ever told them. Until now. So if you've been feeling weaker lately, if the stairs seem steeper, or your balance isn't what it used to be, this is where you begin. Right here. With the food on your plate. Fuel your muscles with the right protein. And you're not just eating to survive. You're eating to thrive. Now let's talk about the food that could quietly become your secret weapon in this fight against muscle loss. Sardines. Yes, sardines. I know, they don't sound fancy. They don't come with shiny labels or sit on the health food shelves next to trendy powders and bars. But don't let that fool you. Sardines are one of the most powerful, nutrient-rich foods you can put on your plate, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Let's break down why they matter. First, sardines are an excellent source of complete protein, the kind that contains all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to rebuild and stay strong. And they're easy to digest, which is critical as your metabolism and digestive efficiency naturally slow with age. Second, sardines are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, healthy fats that reduce inflammation, protect your joints, and even improve brain health. Inflammation is a major driver of muscle breakdown and fatigue in older adults. And omega-3s help put out that fire before it burns through your strength. Third, they're loaded with vitamin D and calcium, 2 critical nutrients for bone density, balance, and fall prevention. Vitamin D helps your muscles contract properly and improves coordination, while calcium strengthens the bones that hold you up. Now here's something many people miss. Protein without vitamin D and omega-3s is like trying to build a house with no tools. You might have the materials, but your body needs the full set of nutrients to use that protein efficiently. And sardines bring it all, in one small, affordable package. Now, let's bust a myth I hear all the time. I thought sardines were just cheap, salty fish. That's the old reputation, and it couldn't be further from the truth. The truth? Sardines are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. And unlike larger fish like tuna or salmon, sardines are low on the food chain, meaning they carry far fewer toxins like mercury. That makes them safe to eat regularly, even multiple times per week. And here's another surprise, they're incredibly versatile. You don't have to eat them straight from the can if that's not your thing. Try them in a fresh salad with olive oil and lemon. Or mash them on whole grain toast with avocado for a quick, muscle-boosting snack. You can even add them to pasta dishes or mix them with eggs. It's not about eating them every day. Just 2 to 3 servings a week can make a real, measurable difference in your strength, balance, and energy. Now you might be wondering, why haven't I heard this before? Why aren't sardines talked about in every senior health brochure or clinic handout? Simple, they're not trendy. They're not marketable like fancy protein shakes or expensive supplements. But that's exactly what makes them so valuable. You don't need a lab-made solution. You need real, whole, time-tested nutrition, the kind your body recognizes and knows how to use. And sardines deliver exactly that. They're small, but mighty. And when you make them part of your weekly routine, you're not just feeding your body. You're protecting your independence. You're rebuilding your strength. You're investing in your future mobility and freedom. It's not flashy. But it works. And isn't that what really matters? So the next time you're at the store, walk right past the flashy packaging. And head to the humble shelf where the sardines sit. Grab a few cans. Try them out. Give your body what it's been asking for, maybe even begging for, all these years. Your muscles will thank you. Your bones will thank you. And your future self, the one who still climbs stairs, still walks with confidence, still lives life on their own terms, will thank you most of all. Now let's take it one step further, because food alone, even something as powerful as sardines, can only take you so far. If you really want to rebuild strength, protect your balance, and stay independent for years to come, you need to move your muscles, gently, but consistently. Here's the golden rule that most people overlook. Nutrition builds the material, but movement tells your body where to put it. In other words, your muscles know what to do with protein only when you use them. It's like flipping a switch. You give your body the signal. Hey, we still need these muscles. Don't let them go. Now, don't worry. I'm not talking about joining a gym, lifting heavy weights, or doing anything that feels intimidating or unsafe. I'm talking about light resistance. Simple movements. Gentle strength. Something as small as using a resistance band after lunch. Yes, after lunch. That's not just convenient, it's smart. Because when you pair your protein-rich meal, like those sardines or eggs or Greek yogurt, with a little movement, you double the benefit. Your body is already absorbing the nutrients. Your muscles are primed to respond. And when you gently stretch or contract them, even just for 10 minutes, that protein gets used for rebuilding, not wasted. Here's what you can do right at home. After lunch, sit upright in a chair. Grab a resistance band, or even a towel if you don't have one. Do gentle arm pulls. Do some light seated leg presses. Hold the stretch, then release. 10 minutes. That's all. No special equipment. No pressure. No fear of falling. Just you, your muscles, and the quiet commitment to keeping them alive. And the benefits? They go way beyond just strength. Because here's what happens when you combine complete protein with resistance movement. You build lean muscle faster. You reduce chronic inflammation, one of the root causes of fatigue, joint pain, and even brain fog. You improve balance, which is the #1 factor in fall prevention. You boost circulation, helping nutrients get where they need to go. And you enhance coordination and confidence. Let's talk about that last one for a second, confidence. Because when you feel your body getting stronger, when standing up feels easier, when your hands stop trembling as much. That feeling. That's confidence. And it's priceless. It means you don't have to think twice about carrying your groceries. It means you can walk up the steps instead of avoiding them. It means you feel more like yourself, not some version of you that's been shrinking, quietly, year after year. Now, you may be thinking, but I've never exercised in my life. Or, my knees aren't what they used to be. That's okay. This isn't about perfection. It's about intention. You don't need to sweat buckets. You don't need to push through pain. You simply need to send the message to your body. We're not done yet. Because the truth is, you're not. You are not too old to gain strength. You are not too far gone to improve. And it's not too late to turn things around. Pair your meals with movement. That's your new rhythm. Eat well. Move a little. Rest well. Repeat. Every day you do this, even for 10 minutes, you're carving out a future with less fear, less frailty, and more freedom. Think of it like watering a plant. A little every day. And slowly, that plant stands taller. Stronger. More vibrant. That's your body. That's your life. And that's your power. So if you're sitting there wondering where to begin, if you've been feeling weaker lately, if the stairs feel steeper, or if you've noticed your balance isn't what it used to be, let's bring it back to one simple step. One habit. Not 10. Not 5. Just one. Add high-quality protein to your week, starting with sardines. That's it. Just a few small meals, a couple of times a week, can start to shift the momentum. Because the truth is, your body's been waiting for this. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. You don't need to track every gram or follow a strict diet. You just need to give your muscles what they've been quietly asking for. And when you pair that with a little light resistance, a stretch here, a band pull there, you begin to wake up something powerful inside you. Strength. Stability. Confidence. The kind that helps you carry the groceries. Get out of a chair without struggling. Or walk down the hallway without fear of falling. Because it's not just about muscles. It's about independence. It's about dignity. It's about waking up and knowing you've still got it. So start small. Start today. And let your body do the rest. Now I want to ask you something. What part of this surprised you the most? Was it the quiet truth about how fast we lose muscle as we age, and how it can happen without us even noticing? Or was it the fact that something as small, humble, and forgotten as a tiny fish like sardines could hold the key to rebuilding strength, improving balance, and giving your body a second wind? It's okay to feel a little shocked. A little frustrated. Even a little hopeful. Because the truth is, this isn't talked about enough. We're told to accept weakness. To slow down. To shrink, fade, and just take it easy. But some people defy that. Do you know someone who's thriving at 70? 80, maybe even 90? Still walking tall, still gardening, still carrying their grandkids or dancing in the kitchen? Share their story in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Let this be a place where strength is celebrated, not forgotten. Because here's the bottom line. You're not powerless. You're not broken. You're just waiting for the right information, and the right encouragement. So start with that one food. Fuel your muscles. Move just a little each day. And most of all, don't give up on yourself. You have more strength left than you think. And if you found value in this, if you learned something new today, if this message stirred something in you, a memory, a goal, a spark, then don't keep it to yourself. Tap that like button, it helps more seniors find this information. Hit subscribe, and ring the bell, so you never miss a new tip from Thriving Age Tip. Your home for real, practical health wisdom that honors your body, your story, and your future. Because around here, we don't age quietly. We age powerfully. And you're just getting started.